Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Superman Lois Season 4. Today we're going to be talking about what's going to happen after the death of Superman story. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so we discussed in the last couple of videos to do with Superman Lois's trailer, everything that went on in the trailer and everything that's going to come this Saturday at 7:15 p.m. UK time, and that is 11:15 a.m. in Pacific time in America. So that's when the trailer is coming out. We're going to be breaking down the full trailer once it's released and also talking about what they said at the panel. So we all know that Superman Lois Season 4 is starting with the Death of Superman arc. Basically what happens in that is Superman dies, he's dead, and in the case of the show, Lex Luthor is now going to be able to get at Lois Lane. That is like his whole thing at the moment because he blames Lois for being incarcerated for so long because of her journalism. And even though Lex was wrongly incarcerated, he should still be in prison just based on, his actions already in this season trying to kill Superman. It's already enough to put him in jail. However, Lois is going to have to deal with that this season, and presumably throughout the entire season she's going to be trying to get dirt on him to actually put him back in prison. I don't think Superman is going to go that far as to kill him or something. I think the way that they beat him is by sending him back to what he defines as hell, and he thinks prison is hell because he's been locked up there for so long. But with Superman presumably coming back from the death after he's actually died and Lex is celebrating, we've seen it in the trailer, yeah, Superman's dead, let's enjoy the moment. That's what he's saying. So he's going to be able to enact all of his plans and he feels the most free that he's ever felt. However, with Superman returning, presumably sometime around episode 2 or episode 3, what is he going to do after that? So Doomsday is presumably going to be dead as well, because normally when Superman is killed, Doomsday is killed by Superman at the same time, and only one of them returns, and that is of course Superman. And also I want to apologize if I ramble at all in this video. This is a theory video. I'm kind of doing it off the cuff and off the top of my head because I have some thoughts to do with this. And so I believe Lex Luthor's next plan after to get at Superman once he's back from the dead is going to have something to do with a new character that is introduced in season 4, and that character is played by the actor from Kung Fu and also Avatar: The Last Airbender, Yvonne Chapman. So we talked about her a while ago. She was cast maybe 2 or 3 months ago because we were seeing her in set photos and everything, and then the reports came out saying she was playing this specific character who is Amanda McCoy. Now, Amanda McCoy is kind of a big deal, and because if you look at what she has done in the comics, and I presume not every one of you is very aware of her, I'm going to be completely transparent. I didn't know who she was until the casting went out because I don't read every single Superman comic. However, she is playing Amanda McCoy, and she is one of the only characters in comic book history who has figured out Superman's real identity. And with her presumably being a decent part of the season, presumably as a guest star, maybe in a couple of episodes, 2 to 3 episodes probably maximum, is there any chance that they could follow that massive story from the comics? Because she is an actual threat to Superman. She's a threat in a way that Lex isn't a threat, because Lex doesn't know Superman's identity. If he knew it, he would have targeted Clark from the start, but he doesn't know that Clark is Superman and is married to Lois Lane, and that's why Superman's always protecting Lois Lane. Lex has no idea about that. However, if Amanda finds out that Clark Kent is Superman and she doesn't reveal that she has this information to Superman, they could sneakily use this to get at Clark throughout this season, and I think this could be a way that Lex and Amanda could get at Superman after he returns from the dead. And so I do think there is a chance that this could actually be true, that she could be a big character, but I don't think she's going to get that much screen time, so there's always the possibility that this won't happen. So what do you guys think of this? Do you think Superman's identity is going to be revealed this season by the character that's been described as intelligent, cunning, and loyal? And she has been described in her character description as Lex Luthor's most trusted ally in his vendetta against Superman and Lois Lane. And considering that she's been brought in for season 4, that means that he thinks she's going to play a big part in taking them down, because that's going to be his whole thing. He's the main villain of the season. We know that the actor who's playing Lex, he was cast as a series regular this season, so he's going to be in nearly all of those 10 episodes, and so he's going to need some help doing his plans, and part of his plans are going to be presumably getting at Superman in a different way, and I think revealing his identity by using Amanda's skills could definitely be something that happens. And also, when she was cast, the description said Amanda is the acting leader of Luthor Corp in Lex's absence. Obviously Lex has been gone for many years because he was incarcerated, and so Amanda has been running things, and so they presumably rekindled their friendship and, you know, their working relationship because Lex is back. And she has also been described as business savvy and cutthroat in nature, and she's been able to bring the company to new heights despite Luthor's name being there and it being obviously in the mud, tarnished by his presence in prison for a long time. But yeah, so she seems to be like, you know, kind of a Cat Grant figure, I guess. You know, hearing the words business savvy, cutthroat, that's definitely a kind of Cat Grant character, but she's going to be on the darker side. And according to her official description, little is known about her mysterious past, but she's the only one in Luthor's inner circle that he views as an equal, which makes her a massive threat to the Kents and anyone else who stands in her way. So it seems not only is she one of Lex's closest allies, but she's also dangerous and cutthroat in her own right, and she could pose a massive threat to the Kents, as teased by the Superman Lois Season 4 description of her character. And so I wonder if we're going to get more into Lex's inner circle. I do think we're going to get that. We've seen some random actors who have been cast as like kind of smaller roles, and they are seemingly to do with Lex's story, so I reckon we're going to get a look at Lex's inner circle. And I don't think we're going to get much more on her mysterious past, but I'll be curious to see how much of a big character she is, because in the comics she is relatively a minor character. Obviously Lex has a lot of allies in the comics, but she is very well known for finding out Superman's secret identity while working at LexCorp, just like she's doing in the Superman Lois TV show. So she revealed her discovery in the comics to Lex that Superman is actually reporter Clark Kent, but since Lex couldn't believe that Superman would choose to live a human life, he fired Amanda and didn't act on her intel. So I wonder if something like that were to happen. Probably not, only because they've described her as one of Lex's most trusted allies. He would probably trust her in the case that she finds out Superman's secret identity in the TV show. But anyway, that's it in regards to Amanda McCoy and how I have the theory that she could be a pretty big character in this season, just in terms of her effect. But in terms of what's to come, obviously we have the Comic-Con panel this weekend. The panel is going to be in depth. It's going to tease what's coming in the upcoming season. I'm predicting, and just normally every panel like this, basically they talk a little bit in terms of spoilers, but they don't spoil too much. And so I'm expecting to hear bits and pieces about the story, about how it's going to end, how it's going to be emotional, and they'll talk about some of the stuff that goes down in the trailer. So I know a lot of people that are going to Comic-Con, so hopefully I get some feedback in terms of what has been exactly said, and I'll be sure to break everything down bit by bit on my channel. Obviously we'll have the trailer breakdown first. That will be the priority, because you guys will definitely want to talk about that first, and then we can get into the specifics about season 4 and what's to come and all the stuff that has been newly revealed at Comic-Con. So that is happening this Saturday, 11:15 AM Pacific Standard Time, which is 7:15 PM UK time. So set your alarm clocks, because this is going to be a huge weekend for Superman Lois. This is the first time they've gone to Comic-Con, and it will also be the last time that they go to Comic-Con, because it's the final season. And I just can't wait for all of this. Super excited, and I want to give a shout out to everyone that has been active on the channel, watching the videos over the last couple of days. And if you missed anything, of course, go back on the channel. We've got lots of Superman Lois videos, lots of DC related videos that you guys are definitely going to want to check out. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It would really help this video get out there. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. So for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my Superman Lois teaser trailer breakdown right now. So for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.